Hey everyone, it's time to go over some more character balance changes coming in the next patch for Street Fighter V. This time we're going to go over Chun-Li. Her notes are pretty short, so this video shouldn't take too long. So on to the first and pretty much the only real change Chun-Li got is they slightly changed the input for Chun-Li's lightning legs using the rapid button press option. So this is more of a quality of life change, I would say. You now have to press 5 kick inputs rather than 4 to do Chun-Li's lightning legs. So in the recent patch in Season 2, Capcom gave Chun-Li players an alternative input for her lightning legs, which is the traditional old school rapid kick button input. Now some players actually prefer this style of input, especially if you use joystick, because you can use the old school piano method to quickly execute the move. Now, I played a lot of Honda in Street Fighter 4, so I got used to doing this input myself, so it is understandable, and you can choose either option. You can still do the core circle forward option. The piano method is a hand technique that quickly inputs 5 button presses in quick succession. I won't bore you with the details, I won't go in great detail on it, but if you are really curious on how exactly it's done, you can check out my piano tutorial I made many years ago in the video description below. So Capcom also recently gave Chun-Li a buff that allows her crouching light kick now to be cancelled into lightning legs. So this makes her a lot more similar to her Street Fighter 4 version and do similar combos that work well with this classic piano input. So the problem right now by making it only 4 inputs when it should be 5 is that players would accidentally do the lightning legs when they didn't intend to. So for example, they're doing crouching light kick, or they're mashing it, for example, they'll accidentally do the lightning legs too early, for example, something like this. It's kind of weird. And at the same time, it's awkward for the players doing the piano method because you would overshoot with 5 inputs like they're used to from Street Fighter 4, since the last input should be the strength of the lightning legs you want. So if I'm going the piano method like this, I'm doing like the light version of the lightning legs when I'm intending to do the hard version. I should also note that Colleen has the same rapid button alternative with her Parabellum. That's the one where she strikes a bunch of times, but it's already 5 inputs right now, so Capcom doesn't need to change that. So once again, pretty much a quality of life change, and they're just making it easier for both players who prefer both methods of each lightning legs. Alright, so moving on to bug fixes now. Chun-Li's EX Kiko can granted meter gain on hit or block, and they fixed this by no longer granting her meter on hit or block. So yeah, for some reason there was a bug in the game that gave some meter back for Chun-Li when she used her EX Fireball. Obviously, just looking at her meter now, this has already been fixed, so don't get your hopes up exploiting this if you play Chun-Li. I wonder how much meter she did gain back. I'm really curious about that. So obviously you get a lot of value for spending meter to on a move and then gaining some meter back at the same time. It shouldn't work this way. Finally, the last bug fix is because of her hurt box was so low in crouching, there were times when opponents at certain distances could not hit or force Chun-Li to block attack. And they fixed this by slightly expanding her crouching hurt box. So this was a hidden change found a while back that I actually made a video for. It's already been fixed, so don't worry about it. They slightly raised Chun-Li's hurt box, so she's a little taller when crouching, so to speak. So some attacks were missing on her. I guess you can consider this a nerf, but this change is just basically making it so she's more in line with other characters height-wise when she's crouching. So my final verdict on these Chun-Li changes alone is she is overall, well, exactly the same. No direct nerfs or buffs, just a quality of life change. So if you feel like Chun-Li is weak now, they are probably going to think she's weak after this patch. She did receive some big nerfs in Season 1, which include her air lightning legs, her standing hard punch, or her standing light kick as an anti-air. She was basically public enemy #1, who many consider to be the best character in the game, with many pro players representing her in tournaments. But after Season 1, we've had a pretty big decline in Chun players, switching characters, kind of like the Nash treatment, you would say. It feels like there's more Chun-Li costumes than Chun-Li players, I guess. She also is a very difficult character to master, which I can understand why some pro players decided to ultimately just go back to the drawing board, right? It's not worth the time investment. But, you know, let's see how the universal changes such as Jump Back OS leaving affect her in the next patch, or the other character balance changes affect her. But ultimately, her changes alone won't really change her at all. So, thanks for taking the time to watch this video, guys. Hopefully you found it informative. Of course, let me know what you guys think about these Chun-Li changes. Don't forget to like the video, guys, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. And I'll keep you guys more posted on character balance changes in the future. So, till then, guys, take care.